Hi, I'm Taryn Ortaic, the Reiki Guide, and I'm here with your energy reading for the week of Tuesday, June 4th through Monday, June 10th. All right, the cards are shuffled and pulled. Let's see what's come up. So we're starting the week out on a really good note. We've got this card, Ace of Abundance. And this isn't even from an abundance deck, so we're starting out really good. And this is about a windfall of blessings, guidance. It could be money, but I also am getting more the feeling of resources, help, assistance that you've been waiting for, a project that you've been working on that you've been feeling sort of stuck and stifled and really alone and overwhelmed in. Some help is finally coming, something that you've been waiting for. And inside of that message is also a reminder you can ask for help at any time. You don't have to wait for the gods of fortune to shine upon you and give you the help that you want or need and really deserve. If you need help, ask. Ask from the angels, ask from spirit, ask from the people around you. Ask for the help and support you need. I know as an earth angel, you're so sensitive and you're used to taking care of and loving others so intensely, but you've got to get your own needs met first. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's really time to ask for help. So if somehow you're not feeling that help coming organically tomorrow, then remember this, or Tuesday rather, then just remember that it's okay to ask for that help. If you're not feeling it coming, ask for it. My wife is going to love this because she's a total Harry Potter fan. I'll call her a little bit of a nut, but she really loves those movies. And if you remember when he's got his Patronus and he thinks his dad is going to be coming to save them from the Dementors, but his dad's not coming, and then Harry realizes that he's the one that's supposed to do the Patronus, that's supposed to save them all. Sometimes you're the one that's supposed to ask. You're not supposed to just wait for someone to come and save you. You're supposed to actually take an action step and realize that you had the resource inside of you all along. Sometimes the asking is what's going to bring it out, and you're going to get that help you need and realize that you have a level of strength and courage inside of you that you didn't really realize you had. So I'm getting a couple layers of meaning to this card. So expect help. If it doesn't come, ask for help. And remember, everything you need is already inside of you and you're never alone. So let's see what Wednesday's card brings. All right. So, this card is about growth and expansion. Here, I'm just going to show you so you can get a sense of the energy that I'm feeling off of this. It's just gorgeous. So we just talked about learning some lessons about asking for help, receiving help, remembering that you got a lot of strength inside of you. This is about integrating your own wisdom is what I'm feeling. This is about ascending into that wisdom and embodying it and letting yourself. You kind of been keeping yourself down a little bit, not acknowledging all the power and the strength in that wisdom and knowledge, specifically wisdom, not just knowledge, but real wisdom from your life, your experiences, that integration of the knowledge from your mind and the energy of your heart and soul, a real level of intense wisdom that you have, and you're not letting yourself embody that fully. You're kind of keeping yourself down and playing it small. And I'm feeling inside of this an invitation to expand and grow and embody that wisdom and embrace your own power. So once again, if that opportunity comes along where you have an opportunity on Wednesday, that's Wednesday, June 5th, to embody your own wisdom, to embody your own inner power, to let yourself ascend, take it. But if it doesn't come, make the opportunity. Do something on Wednesday that actually helps you to feel stronger and wiser. I'm seeing you being kind to somebody, but then also sharing some words of wisdom. I'm not talking advice, I'm not talking meddling. I'm talking when the opportunity comes along, sharing that guidance, sharing that wisdom, sharing the things that you have inside of you. I'm feeling a little bit of channeling some angel messages coming through and realizing when you start doing this a lot, you realize, is it the angels? Is it you? It's all spirit. We're all spirit. Our voice, spirit's voice, it's all one voice and it's all coming from the same place, source. So sort of integrating that you're one, that you are entitled to that wisdom and knowledge. You're entitled to share that wisdom with others. You're entitled to access spirit energy. So if you need to, stop on Wednesday, take a couple deep breaths and invite the angels to come into your energy. Ask them to help you to connect with your internal wisdom and their wisdom and realize that it's all one. So hopefully that all made sense. All right, let's see. So now we're looking at Thursday, June 6th. I'm getting the sense that Thursday is all about Tuesday and Wednesday were a little bit intense. I'm feeling some intense energies coming out. And Thursday I'm seeing is all about relaxing and reflecting and then letting go. So reflect and integrate the wisdom and energies and growth that you're experiencing on Tuesday and Wednesday with that asking for help and receiving, and then that sort of ascending energy into wisdom and embracing your own wisdom and possibly connecting with the angels and sharing a message with yourself or someone else. And then reflect and integrate that energy in that experience, but really it's about relaxing and letting go. It's time to just take a little break and step back, let those energies just sort of settle in, let them be. And you got to sort of, the Tuesday and Wednesday were the rising up, and then you have to let it fall back and really let those energies integrate. So I'm hoping that you can take time on Thursday to watch the sunset, to let your day unfold a little bit gracefully. I'm hearing a lot of grace coming in on Thursday. Let that gracefulness just flow right through you. So that's what Thursday's about. It's a little lower key, and you might have to actually work at that because you might be a little hepped up and energized from Tuesday and Wednesday. Remind yourself to relax and let go. That's what I'm feeling is really important for Thursday. Okay. Now let's see what we have for Friday, June 7th. It's funny. I knew this card was going to come up because when I opened the deck, this is the card I saw. And I feel like a message started to come through. And then obviously I shuffled them and I wanted to see what came out. So that's just always fun when that happens. So this card is called Vision Quest, and obviously you saw that it says desert as well. So once again, I'm getting that feeling that was there on Tuesday, that sense of isolation and that you're in it alone. But this one isn't that sense of overwhelm. This is that sense of realizing that it was always going to come down to you, that it was always going to be up to you to figure this out, because this is your soul's journey. This isn't about other people or what they're doing or what's going on with this person over here and all these different things and tasks and menial stuff. This is a soul level journey that's coming up, these themes right now. So it's all about going inside and realizing that this is between you and spirit, and that you have all of the tools that you need to do everything that you already want to do, that you're not alone, but then it is also about you. I hope that's making sense. So that sense of solitude, but it's not isolation, it's solitude and strength in that sense of individuality, that you're doing this for yourself, but then an expansive sense of oneness with all it is. This is an interesting reading this week. It's a little intense. Yeah, so I'm just seeing taking a break once again. I'm seeing Friday is going to be a day where you're going to need to take a couple minutes, even if it's 2 or 3 minutes, and just meditate. That can be your vision quest. You don't need to go out into a desert and do an actual vision quest. But you're going to take a couple minutes. If you can get your feet on the ground, that's great, especially outside. And you're just going to breathe. You're going to let everything sort of go, and you're going to watch that breath come in and out, either the rise and fall of your belly ideally, or feeling the air coming in and out of your nostrils and watching it with your mind coming in and out for several minutes. Any thoughts that come up, let them go. And if you want to, you can set an intention before you begin this meditation that you're looking for answers or wisdom about this situation that you had felt overwhelmed in, but now you're realizing that there's deeper significance, that there's bigger meaning to it. So this is about going inside and realizing the answers are in you, and this is a bigger life theme issue than you thought it was. That it's not about these little pieces, it's not about these small players, it's not about getting tasks done. It's a bigger picture issue, and it's between you and spirit. And this is an opportunity for growth. This is an opportunity for transformation that's coming up. I think that's what all these intense energies are. There's an opportunity for real soul level transformation that's presenting itself to you right now. It's unraveling slowly. And sometimes it feels really slow, and other times it feels like really fast, like that Tuesday and Wednesday energy. But yeah, this is a big opportunity. So take that time, go inside, connect with that, back to that internal wisdom, connect with that internal wisdom that you were accessing on Wednesday, I believe it was. Remember that sensation and go back and connect with that and let it go. Like connect and let go. That's what I'm seeing. It's all about this balancing act of accessing the wisdom and then letting it go and not expecting anything. Letting the wisdom come through and then letting that settle. So an interesting process going on right now. Okay, so let's move on to Saturday and see what's coming up there. Well, once again, we've got a consciousness expanding theme, perpetuating. So wisdom ascending, consciousness expanding. Yeah, this is really interesting. And the card you'll see. Yeah, it's saying you understand the connections between all things. And that's just what's popping right out at me. Yeah, so you're seeing that it's about you, but it's a bigger issue. So you're in it alone, but then it's a much larger issue that a much larger invitation. I don't mean issue, I mean invitation, a much larger theme that's going on where you're really starting to integrate that sense of connectedness with all that is. The boundaries are falling away. They're melting. You're realizing they're insignificant. You've been having, I feel like, some conflicts with some people. I'm seeing coworkers and a little bit of family members, just not big stuff, just, oh, they're aggravating me. Why are they doing this? What's going on? And you're realizing it's not about them. They're not doing anything. The pattern is inside of you and they're reflecting it to you. They can only reflect to you things that you have inside of you. Someone else can't do something to you that isn't in resonance with what is inside of you. So if you want to change the world, you have to change what's inside of yourself, and you're starting to really connect with that energy. Those lessons are starting to just bubble up and come forth. They're starting to present themselves. And this is an invitation. Remember, you don't have to see anything a certain way. You don't have to grow. You don't have to expand. It's all your choice. You have free will. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. But if you're ready, now's the time to start really working with some of those higher energies. I can see Reiki, angels, meditation. I'm seeing sound healing. Those types of energies, working with those things, starting to use them to help clear some of these blocks, help you to feel that sense of oneness and connection, and that expands out into the world. Expand, and that's that energy, once again, of expansion and contraction. Realizing that you contain the entire universe inside of you. And you're one with all that is, and then you're also part of everything that is. Sorry about that if you heard that. Hit the microphone with the card. Talk with my hands a lot. So really just that sense of expansion and contraction. I'm seeing that as being really important, and this is an invitation. You're really at the precipice of a real soul revolution. But remember, it's an invitation. It's not an obligation. You can go forward, or if you need to, you can always step back. You're never going to be asked to do more than you can handle. But if you can, start working with some of those healing energies. Start letting your consciousness really expand. Let yourself integrate that wisdom. Let yourself go inside. Let yourself feel that inside. Expand out to oneness with all it is, and really starting to experience that connectedness with all that is. Big themes for this week. Not a light reading. I like it though. I like it. I'm into it. Okay, so that means this is Sunday. I'm talking so much I'm losing track of what I'm saying. Okay, so this is an interesting card that's coming up. Divine timing. So I'm feeling like something is not maybe going quite as smoothly as you had wanted it to. And it's okay to step back and take a breath and realize you're doing the work. You're doing the internal work. If you're watching this, there's a strong chance that you are really doing the internal work. You're in the process, you're growing, you're expanding. And if something that you've been wanting a lot isn't quite working out as smoothly or as quickly as you want, that's okay. It's all happening exactly as it's meant to be happening. You have the full and complete support of the angels. And if you're not able to understand in this moment why it's not going exactly how you want it to, ask for their help. Ask for them to come into your energy. Ask them to help soothe the anxiety that you might be feeling away, and help to replace that with a helpful and loving message, some wisdom that they can share with you that you can access that will help you to understand, at least temporarily. You might not understand the full picture, because I don't know if any of us fully can, but understand at least temporarily why things are happening the way that they are, and to find some inner peace with that. And I'm seeing this concept of like a jump rope, like double dutch and jumping in, and just know that there is going to be a time to jump into the game, to jump in. It's happening, and it's closer than you think. It's just not exactly how you think. And the lesson here is about patience and finding that peace, even in the face of adversity, even in the face of, I don't understand why. And that's sometimes what trust and faith is. It's finding that peace, letting go, even when you don't understand why, and trusting that everything really is already worked out. It's already worked out. It's already done. Everything's already the way it's supposed to be. It's just the point in time, so to speak, where you are at. That's the real issue. So Those are the themes that are coming up with this card right now. Very interesting. Okay, and so this will be our last card for Monday, June 10th. Okay, so it really is. Things are starting to look up for you on Monday. So Sunday made you feel a little tested. You had that divine timing issue and that sense of, oh, why isn't this happening the way I want it to? Why is it taking so long? Why am I feeling that anxiety? But remember, that was an invitation to find peace even in the face of adversity, to access that inner faith and trust, to really realize that you always have access to that energy of peace and love and faith and calm and support. It's always there. You can access it inside. You can work with angels. You can work with Reiki. You can work with crystals and sound. It's all the same energy. You can access that inner peace all the time, whatever catalyst you want to use. You don't need to use any of those catalysts. You can just go inside and find it if you're really good at that. But so Sunday was all about an invitation to feel that sense and find that peace in that moment. So even though you know on a Monday it's all going to work out, still take the time on Sunday when those anxious feelings come up to really work through things and find that inner peace in the face of adversity. But then things are going to pick up their pace on Monday and you're going to really feel that synchronicity. I think I already showed it to you, but just in case, you're going to really feel that synchronicity coming up. Just magic. I'm just seeing, just magic being woven into your life and things working out in ways that you can't 100% understand. See, so things don't work out and you don't understand why, and things are working out in ways that you couldn't have predicted. And that's the miracle of life, I guess. That's the miracle, and especially of this path, when you start walking at this spiritual path and you start letting those energies flow, you start healing away the blocks, releasing things, connecting with that higher wisdom, letting your consciousness expand, experiencing oneness with all it is, finding peace and calm in the face of adversity when things don't work out instead of just throwing a temper tantrum. That's when those synchronicities and those beautiful blessings and miracles and magic just start to permeate your life, and you realize that it's all just a construct of incredible, like it says, divine intelligence. It's just magic really being woven into your life. It reminds me of spider medicine. So the spiders came to us several years ago and we're seeing a lot of them, and it's like, okay, what's the message? Because at that point I actually had a pretty severe spider phobia, which I've since healed, and now I'm cool with the little guys for the most part. But it was, what's your message? And they were reminding us to weave your web with magic, that we weren't allowing enough magic and blessings into our life, that we were being too controlling and deciding exactly how things had to be. And that was stifling the process of divine intelligence blossoming and taking over our life and creating that kind of synchronicity. So I'm feeling that spider medicine coming in this, and of course, I'm assuming you guys saw this card is called the Web Weaver. So let that synchronicity flow. When in doubt, turn to one of your practices. I'm feeling a couple of you out there are like, oh, am I using them as a crutch? Is it not the right thing? If you're using Reiki, meditation, the angels, angel cards, oracle cards, sound healing, crystals, it's all good. If they're tools to help you access who you really are. They're tools to help you remember your true self. And that's always a noble pursuit. And that's exactly why you're here. And that's a big theme for this week. So I feel like last week was a lot lighter than this. This is an intense week. Lots of personal power being stepped into and coming forward. This week's such an invitation to deep blessings, deep magic, and inner and outer strength. So, and by outer strength, I mean that you realize that you're fully supported by the universe, and that inner strength that's coming up from inside, and you come together and you meet each other, and you realize the synchronicity and the blessing and the oneness of all that is. So I hope you really feel the magic this week. I hope you have an absolutely magical week. And don't forget, I'll be back on Tuesday, June 11th for your next week's reading. And in the meantime, make sure to head to thereikiguide.com and find some free resources. There's the Energy Healing 101. So if you don't currently have a practice that's getting you connected with that energy, you'll learn tons of techniques in that free course that'll teach you how to access and connect with that energy and start to heal away some of those blocks. There's also several different meditations there in the resources at the bottom of the page. So you might want to head there and check some of that free stuff out to help support you on your path. But it's going to be a good week ahead. So I'll see you next week. Bye.